In today's news for you, how much cold your pets can take to DNA testing. Dr. Wendy King is with Spears Creek Veterinary Clinic, and you cover it all, don't you? But with this cold weather, at what point can we say our pets can go out and be out for a while, and when do we need to say it's time to come back in?
I don't think there's a specific temperature that you can say, but outdoor dogs are used to the cold, and they've got wonderful fur coats on, as long as they're long-haired animals. The toy breeds, the ones that have the short coats, probably need to stay inside. But it's kind of like us. If you take them out and you start getting cold, it's probably time to bring them in.
What about our cats?
Cats are really good at holing up. So if they're an outdoor cat, they're really good at holing up. The problem is the places they like to hole up. They like to go into engine blocks, and they get the heat off of that. So in this time of year, you need to actually tap the car just to make sure before you go ahead and turn it on.
I've heard those nightmare stories where somebody doesn't know the cat's in there and they start the vehicle.
They're lucky if they just lose their tail.
Yeah. Yes. All right. So good information there. This is Trooper. He is one of mine, one of several that have claimed the Plank household, and he was a mutt that I got from Pets Inc. 2 years ago. He's a little over 2. I had no idea what he was. I thought he was a lab mix. That's what they listed him as. So we did DNA testing last month. The results are in, which we won't reveal to the end of the show. But tell our viewers again, recap the benefit of doing dog DNA testing to know the breed inside. Why does that matter?
Well, it's kind of neat. They also tested him for 7 genetic diseases. Once they knew what kind of dog he is, then they actually went back and said, okay, they're predisposed to these diseases, and so he actually tested negative for all the diseases.
Oh, good news. I'm glad to hear that part. So I asked you on Facebook and Twitter, I said, what do you think Trooper is? Putting his pictures up there. Now you get to see him here I can't say in person, but through TV. So Nancy Allen says Lab and Terrier. Debbie Ann guesses Lab and Retriever. Sonia says Lab and Basset Hound. I'm not sure I see that one, Sonia. Jim Montgomery says Australian Sheepdog. I used to have one of those. Tony Elkins asks, is he a Lab Collie mix? Melody Brooks guesses Lab and Golden Retriever, which actually, Melody, is exactly what I had guessed. And finally, Brittany Morrow thinks the DNA test found Lab and Shepherd. So send me a tweet right now to tell us what you think Trooper is. Take another good look at him. I'm at Dawndy, WISTV. The DNA reveal will be later in the show. But this is Trooper. Trooper, he's so calm. Trooper, can you get up here and say hi to everybody? There we go. So this is our 2-year-old little Trooper. And what is in him? We're going to reveal it coming up a little later in the show. Right now, let's get an update on your forecast. And Dr. King will return later with us in a moment. Here's our Chief Meteorologist, John Farley.